Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast Insightful Echoes. Today we're gonna speak about the book Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? And it's like a psychology book, but we're gonna speak about two sections. This book has more sections and I'm gonna discuss them in the podcast or in the normal channel like videos, the regular videos. But yeah, these are just only two of the sections that I'm going to discuss today, not the entire book. The first section about anxiety and the second section is about relationships. So let's get into it. Understanding anxiety. Woo! How many of us wish we could understand it? Because honestly, some people don't even want to understand it. Some people just want it to disappear, and I relate. But I feel like to work on a problem, we first need to understand what's like wrong. So in this section, Dr. Julia Smith explored the nature of anxiety, providing insights into its causes and strategies to manage it effectively. She emphasizes that anxiety is a normal part of the human experience, but it can become problematic when it interferes with daily life. The key points are: number one, the nature of anxiety. Anxiety is a response to perceived threats, rooted in evolutionary need to survive. I don't know what's happening with me today, but my English, I feel like it's just disconnecting. But let's keep going. It can manifest as a physical symptom. Examples of these are increased heart rate, like when you're having a panic or anxiety attack, and cognitive symptoms like racing thoughts. That happens when we overthink. We're in like the worst case scenario and then the worst case within the worst case scenario, and it's just like a rabbit hole. Number two, triggers and causes. Anxiety can be triggered by various factors, including stress, uncertainty, and past experiences. Understanding personal triggers is crucial for managing anxiety effectively. Number three, the role of thoughts. Anxious thoughts can often revolve around the fear of the unknown or anticipation of negative outcomes. Identifying and challenging irrational thoughts can help reduce anxiety levels. Number four, coping strategies. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and grounding exercises can alleviate anxiety symptoms. Developing a routine that includes regular physical activity and adequate rest supports mental well-being. Number five, building resilience. Resilience involves adapting positively to stress and adversity, and I feel like this is the biggest challenge of my existence. Cultivating a growth mindset and practicing self-compassion are essential for building resilience against anxiety. Number six, seeking support. Talking to trusted friends, family, or mental health professionals can provide valuable support. Now, when it comes to friends and family, I know that we've all been betrayed at some point, or at least most of us. So I would really suggest to let it be a mental health professional or somebody that you know. For example, with me, my mother, I know she'll never betray me. And if there's only one person on this earth that wants to see me succeed and that wants to see me doing good, I know that's my mother. But there's certain family members I will never tell these things to because they make me feel vulnerable and they're not gonna help me. They're just gonna use it against me. And also there's certain friends that are like not really your friends, that are frenemies. So I will suggest also being careful with that. But at the same time, why are you having these friends around? If you know this person is your frenemy, why are they still around your life, draining your energy and causing you stress? But that's a topic for another episode or another video. That's just something to keep in mind. Like, yes, seek support. If you cannot afford therapy or just like can't do it right now, just make sure the family member or the friend that you're confiding in is somebody that you really trust. The second part of this video, the second section of the book I want to talk about is a little summary of the maintaining relationships section. One thing I want to say is that these videos are not the book, of course. Like, this book is like really thick and you need to read it yourself. This is just like a little summary, a little gist of what the book says that I'm bringing to you, you know? So this obviously on YouTube, there's more in-depth videos about these topics, and this, like, the best thing that you can do is actually read the book. So hopefully these episodes make you want to read the book or get the audiobook on Audible. But yeah, of course, like, there's a lot of things that are not included on these episodes because it's quite long, you know. So rather read the book, listen to the audiobook, maybe like check another longer, more detailed video if you're really interested. But yeah, the best thing should be either read the book or listen to the audiobook, or yeah, like some of those things, because I don't put the whole thing on these episodes because these episodes are meant to be quite short and choose with like the gist of the things. Anyways, I digress. So the second section we're going to speak about is the section of maintaining relationships. In this section, Dr. Julie Smith addresses the importance of nurturing and sustaining healthy relationships, emphasizing the impact they have on mental health and overall well-being. The key points are: number 1, the foundation of healthy relationships. Communication is the cornerstone of strong relationships. All relationships require openness and honesty. Guys, honestly, I don't know what's happening with my English. I mean, I know it's not my first language, but I've been speaking it for 7 years. I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today. But let's keep going. Mutual respect and understanding are essential for fostering trust and intimacy. Number 2, managing conflict. Conflict is a natural part of relationships, but can be managed through constructive dialogue. Active listening and empathy can resolve disagreements and strengthen bonds. Screaming matches really benefit nobody. Number 3, setting boundaries. Before, I used to think that like setting boundaries was like so mean and so like, you know, I believe I'm better than you, but like not at all. Actually, a lack of boundaries shows a lack of self-love and self-respect. So yeah, setting boundaries is really not mean. And if someone feels like you're being mean for setting boundaries, that just means that they are comfortable taking advantage of you and comfortable crossing them to the point that you having boundaries and respect for yourself will somehow put them in a position of disadvantage, and that's somebody that thinks like that, that's somebody you don't want to have around. Healthy boundaries protect individual well-being and prevent resentment towards somebody. Like, if you keep people pleasing your partner or allowing things that they're doing that you don't like to keep happening, you are going to resent your partner. And that's even worse than if you sat with this person from the beginning. I was like, this certain thing is not going to fly. Being clear about personal limits and needs is crucial for maintaining balance in relationships. Number 4, the role of vulnerability. Sharing vulnerabilities enhances emotional connection and fosters trust. Being open about feelings and fears can lead to deeper, more meaningful relationships. This does not mean trauma dump in the first week of dating or the first date, because that person has not earned your trust yet. That person doesn't know you, and that person doesn't really care about you yet, because they don't know you. They don't have to care. So, and also this is like information that they have to earn. I feel like they have to make you feel safe for you to share this. So if they haven't earned this, please just don't do it. This is something that you do in long-term relationships, or like when the relationship is like more serious and you guys know each other a little bit better. But like, hey, what's your name? You know, when I was 5, this and this happened to me. Like, just don't do that. Like, the first date, you are pretty much with a stranger. Even in the first week or couple of weeks of dating, is everything new. You guys are still getting to know each other. So those deeper things, like, that's no place to do them. This is for like long-term relationships. Number 5, maintaining independence. As an avoidant person, well, I am avoidant at first, but then I'm anxious. Like, I'm anxious avoidant, like a mix of both of them. But I'm mostly avoidant. So this point is like very important to me. And while relationships are important and couple time is also important, maintaining individuality is equally vital. Encouraging personal growth and pursuing individual interests contributes to a healthy dynamic. Because you're gonna lose yourself, you're gonna lose your interest. All of a sudden, all you're gonna know is this relationship, and that's like not a good thing. Because then something happens, this person breaks up with you, and you are completely lost. Like, you are a shell of yourself. You are nobody because you lost your personality. And also, it's not healthy and not fair for the other person for you to put all your life on their hands, because they already have their own life to take care of. So if you put your happiness and your life on their hands, now they have like two people to take care of, like emotionally and like physically. So that's like really, really not fair on your partner either, or on yourself. Number 6, nurturing connections. Regularly expressing appreciation and gratitude strengthens bonds. Investing time and effort in relationship leads to lasting and fulfilling connections. A lot of people think, yeah, once I have you, we don't have to go on dates. We already engaged, or we already married, or we already been dating for X amount of years. No, because that's just gonna make you bored, and the magic is gonna go away, and then there's not gonna be excitement, and then you're gonna have a wandering eye for something new and exciting instead of nurturing your connection and having dates and keeping it exciting. And mostly, I'm not hating on men, and I'm not trying to be biased here, but I mean, I've dated men, so I'm speaking like from my experience, kind of. Sometimes men get comfortable, and after a couple of months of like dating you, after you're their girlfriend and you've been there for a couple of months and like the relationship's like a little bit stronger, they're like, oh, you're mine, I don't have to try anymore. And they get lazy, then you get lazy. There's no growth, there's no encouraging each other to do things, there's no fun, there's no dates, there's no mystery. And then that same man that says, okay, I have you now, I don't have to take you on dates, or I don't have to keep the relationship alive, is gonna get bored with the stagnant situation that they created, and they're gonna go out and they're gonna cheat on you because they need something more exciting. But if they have like put a little bit of effort into nurturing their connection and still pursuing you even after you guys started dating, your connection will be still as special and as exciting as something else he might want outside of it, because you put the time to nurture it. That's all for today. Let me know if you guys want another sections of this video, but I feel like I'm just gonna make episodes on it anyways, because it's like an amazing book and I love it. And I'm still not done reading it because I'm not reading in order. I'm reading like different sections at the time, and I read these two first and it genuinely helped me a lot. I would recommend again for you to read the book or listen to the audiobook or go more in depth on it, because this is like, again, the gist of it, just a summary. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it, and I see you in the next one. And I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today, but my English is just like logging off, and I feel like my Spanish is coming out. I don't know, it's just so difficult, it's so weird today. I don't know, for some reason I'm very tongue-tied, and I feel like even if I try to speak in Spanish today, it will be the same thing. I don't know, this is one of those days.